Hi everyone, Dan Gunner from Insane Forensics. Welcome back to Tech Talk Tuesday, where every week we try to give something to help your threat hunting and security program. And today what we're going to dive into is cybersecurity trainings and certifications. We'll talk about some generic ones for DFIR, some for industrial cybersecurity, but what we're going to talk to both is the free option and then some of the more expensive options as you get into it. So one of the good places to start, so free training for forensics, edX, for those not familiar, edX is a massive online training platform that a lot of universities put their courses. And so in the case of this course, RIT up in New York actually has one of their forensics courses taught by one of their professors up there. It covers both Windows and Linux forensics. What's nice with this, it's the entire curriculum, basically entirely for free. You can pay to have, to validate or to officially go through the course, but at the free level, you still get access to all of the activities, to the videos, to the other parts of the training. This RIT course is only one example, so there are other courses you can go through, but we wanted to kick off with really a deep kind of educational, well-developed out course option for this. So within this training, there's that fundamentals, there's Unix fundamentals and investigation, there's Windows, and then there's a section to where they jump into advanced artifacts like rootkits, steganography, other things like that. This is an 8-week course. They estimate 10 to 12 hours a week. But again, if you're looking for just a free course that goes deep, there's a lot of opportunity there. And definitely check out some of the other courses on edX. This is just one of them. Again, there's a whole lot of courses out there. If you're getting into programming, there's actually some really good ones from Stanford. I think MIT has a bunch out there. And so definitely check that out if you haven't looked at edX. Again, entirely free unless you're auditing it for the class. The next one, this is kind of us. Obviously, we can't let this one slide. So we've been doing a series called Tech Talk Tuesday. I think we're between 50 and 60 videos in. Every Tuesday, we try to cover some different, whether technical talk or more operation talk, 10 to 20 minute talks out on our YouTube. Things we've covered MITRE ATT&CK, we've covered Windows logging, how to enable it, how to set it up. We've covered APT groups. We've talked through real world attacks, and we've covered a lot of detection engineering areas, such as building SCADA rules, such as building snort rules. There's a lot that we do here. That link's actually for the next slide, but if you look on YouTube for Insane Forensics, you'll find us in there. The third one in there is DFIR Diva's training library, and so she's done an awesome job of aggregating a whole lot of other training. On this page, you'll see here she has free and affordable training, so affordable being under $1,000, but she also has links to some of the higher end courses. Areas that she has content for span from forensics to general IT and cybersecurity. There's a bit on programming, bit on Linux and Windows, bit on purple teaming. And again, at her site, she does a really good job of keeping up with new courses, new videos dropping out. And I think on her social too, if you look at that, she's regularly posting out, sharing different resources for that. So again, if you're looking for free or lightly paid courses, she has a lot out there that she's already indexed. When you're getting into the industrial space, Rob Lee at Dragos has done a really good job of bringing together a lot of industrial training courses. He has this blog from 2016. As you can see, it's actually updated all the way through January 2023. But he has videos, there's articles on here, everything from intro to control systems to network security to control system cybersecurity to recommended training to conferences. And so, again, a very good starting place when you're getting into cyber physical or industrial cybersecurity. And he does keep that up to date again. The link, look for Rob Lee getting started in ICS SCADA cybersecurity, and you'll definitely find it out there. Another good resource for training courses is CISA and Idaho National Labs. Both of these, this is taxpayer-funded courses to where you can go to the CISA website here, you can register, and you can get access to this learning management system that has courses, everything from very technical to engineering to attack methodologies So again, just dozens of hours of free training available off of US taxpayer dollars again. So great source to check out on demand, pretty easy to sign up for. Another one that I really like, so 13 Cube, this is another YouTube channel out there. Really good videos on memory forensics, on disk forensics, on forensics concepts, things like shell bags, file metadata. In this image, he actually has a video that he just put out a week ago on changes to shell bags, right? Changes to forensic artifacts out there. So again, a very, very talented individual that's sharing a ton of information. I think he works at Microsoft now, or he did. But everything from data extraction to forensics concepts to memory, really great YouTube channel, 13 Cubed out there. Another one, so this is where it starts to get somewhat paid, but on the free end of SANS. So SANS is a massive training company in this space, one of the biggest in the cybersecurity spaces, most likely. They have YouTube channels for the different groups. And so like SANS's DFIR group and their ICS group, they all run summits. And each of these summits, they actually record a lot of the talks and put them on YouTube. So if you go to the summit website, you can see talks from that summit. These talks range from technical talks to operations talks. If you're on the DFIR channel, a lot of them are deeper DFIR topics, to where if you go to the ICS channel, there's a lot more of that flavor of industrial operations and how does security blend into that. So again, make sure to check out the YouTube channel for the specific part of SANS you're interested in. But again, lots of free training, lots of great talks out there. You can see on these, they're 30-minute to an hour talks, in this case from the DFIR Summit. So even if you can't make it, you're able to actually see the content online, and it's free. That's awesome there. ICS Village. So ICS Village is an organization that we're heavily involved with. They are a 501c3 nonprofit. They do a lot for education and workforce development. We do a lot of road shows with them, which are educational times, to where we pick 3 cities across a week, go to those 3 cities. We have educational talks for 2 to 3 hours, and then we do something social for 2 to 3 hours after those. And so, whether you're attending an ICS Village event at a road show, or whether you're at DEF CON or RSA or one of the other conferences, that's a great way to engage ICS Village. They also have their conference, Hack the Capital. It was remote for a while. I think it'll be remote again this year. Maybe not, maybe so. But they have both opportunities, both remote and virtual. They also run Capture the Flags. And so it's a good opportunity to play in CTFs, to do some of that gaming, to do very educational stuff. And again, ICS Village is at a lot of major conferences. And so definitely check them out if you're interested in the industrial side. Because again, it's, if it's at the conference, you have to have the badge to get in, but there's a lot of stuff out there that is entirely free and could actually be in your area. When we get into the paid option, going to the SANS side again, this is where if you have a company that's paying this, or in the case of SANS, they take the GI Bill. So if you're a veteran of the military and you have your GI Bill, you actually can use it on SANS training for the SANS University side of it. When you get into the SANS side of the training, so some of these courses, I think they're all at $8,000, $9,000 a week if you buy them individually, to where if you look at some of the SANS Technology Institute, you actually can get the courses a little cheaper. Again, the entry point for the incident response certification is still $22,000, $23,000. That includes 4 SANS certs though, right? So 3 of the basic kind of DFIR ones, as well as one of those electives. They have graduate programs, though, for red teaming. They have graduate program, I think, for ICS. But again, if you have either that paid employer side or something like the GI Bill, that's where you might be able to get quite a few SANS courses that cover, again, what you can get in some of those free courses. But in this, with SANS, the benefit is you're getting it kind of in a focused and isolated environment. To where the other courses, it might just take you a little longer to get to the level of SANS. That being said, that's not necessarily, there's no guarantee in either direction on that. If you have an even bigger budget, you can go for SANS's Cybersecurity Masters instead of For certifications, like in the graduate certificate program, it's 9 certifications plus a lot of work, plus the GSE, although I hear that's moving around a bit. That one's $54,000. So again, on the expensive end. When we talk on other training, SANS isn't the only paid training provider out there. There's a lot of other good ones, right? So whether you're at Black Hat training to where the courses are, I think $2,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 a week, or some of the other conferences to where you can get them in the couple hundred or even cheaper. There's a whole range of courses that cover a lot of the same material. On this slide, we're kind of covering the expensive end to show, hey, again, if you have an employer paying, or if you're well off enough to pay for this on your own, these are good ones, awesome to run through with that. But with all these training and certifications, it's a lot of people think like, okay, I have this cert and suddenly the door will be open. That's not quite true, right? I mean, certainly certifications can help. People like seeing the piece of paper. People like saying, hey, this person passed a test, so they knew it at one time. That's still not going to be a guarantee that once you get a certification, you'll get to your end goal, right? And so it's important to be kind of, to realize that, is this certification actually going to help me get to my end goal? What is my end goal, right? I mean, if your goal is to go into academia, the route that you need to do from an education and training perspective is going to be different from the route if you're just self-teaching or going through that. You need to think through your budget. You need to think through how much time can you commit to this, right? If you don't have a whole lot of time to commit, it might be hard to do one of those graduate level programs. And finally, if someone else is paying for it, you need to think of what strings are attached if they fund the training. If you want to leave, do you have to pay it back? How long? Like, what are kind of those strings that attach to it? So again, this was a quick summary just of some of the training courses and resources, both for generic cybersecurity as well as industrial cybersecurity. But we talked through the benefits of each. We talked through some different places to find out about more training. Hopefully this was helpful. If you like a training course that you recommend below, please add it to the comments. We would love to hear on that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in this week, and we hope to see you back next week.